Now, right, we are live. Let me go throw this in the Discord. Once again, it has taken way too long for me to go live again. I need to get into a better rhythm of it. I always say, all right, I'm going to get back to the consistent streaming. And then a week later, I stream, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to get back to being consistent, you know? And then here I am. I don't even know what I want to work on today. For fun, we can switch over to our other game that we were working on that was supposed to be done in 3 weeks and then kind of stretched on. This one, I'm almost wondering if I should just go ahead and turn it into a survival game. My brain is so dumb. Why can't I just settle on one thing and just call it good? But I do love this game, this little project here. There is a lot of cool stuff, especially with the these guys. I want to make it where, like, I would do a survival game with this if it was a little easier to deal with objects like falling onto this. But maybe it's not such a big deal. Like if I pulled my inventory add-on into here, would it all break? Or I mean, not all break. Well, it would all break probably. But like the physics of the items and stuff, would they just fall off? Or would I have to do the same sort of trick that I'm doing here? I don't know. Because right now I have it where there's like almost a separate physics once, or there is a separate physics once you jump onto this. Separate character controller and everything, and you can see the outline of the separate character controller here, the one that doesn't rotate. But it is a child of this walking rock. Hey, Lunchbox, what's up? Mech Warrior 6, basically. Never played that, but I'll assume you're close. Snowminx, what's up? Good to see you again. It has been a while. I really want to turn this into just a survival game. That would be so much fun. But also, I don't really know what I want to work on today. One thing I do know is I want to go get some coffee real quick. How am I? I'm doing great. Doing super good. Got back from Finland like a week ago. And getting back into the swing of things. But I will, I'm going to go make some coffee real quick. BRB. I'm going to real quick. I'm just going to run the ad now because I'm making coffee and it's going to take a little bit. Lunch, what's up? Need a slight screen shake to correspond with the foot sound. That's actually a great idea. I think screen shaking is actually kind of annoying to do, though. But that is true. You are not backseating. You are being helpful, as we call it in the industry. 1 second. Disregard then. Yeah, we'll see. If I feel like doing it, then I'll do it. I just remember last time trying to do it, and it was kind of annoying. But it's also a small obstacle. But I'm going to throw this ad on now so I can make my coffee. Be right back. All right. I'm back. Here, let's make sure there we go. Make sure Snowminx doesn't have to sit through ads. Okay. Ad's almost over anyway, but yes. Okay. Oh, here I am. Yeah, a little bit of like screen shake would be kind of cool. If there was a way of doing it quick and easy. I just remember there being like something weird with it. But I haven't looked into it for a while. I'm once again in this spot where I don't know what to work on. I don't know what I feel like working on. And this is usually where everything goes out the window and I'm like, I need to start a whole new project. The main reason is that I never come up with like an end goal or a good stopping point. I don't know. I mean, I could continue the puzzle route with this, or I could go the survival route, which actually would be pretty fun. But that ends up being a lot more work. But thank you for the sub. No problem, Snowminx. Can't have you sitting through ads, of course. Hydrate and a posture check. Doing that right now. I have 3 board games I've mocked up and then just ditch it for another concept. Dude, with board games, yeah. Board games I love making board games. They're so much fun. I used to make basically like full RPG board games where they're almost like D&D, way too complicated. This was like when I was younger, making them for me and my brother and my friends. So much fun. Had like full crafting systems and just way too much, but board games are sick. Lunch, do you do any sort of development at all? Save and commit code. I don't really have anything to save at this point, but scope creepers, yeah, 100%. But if you do any development of any sort, you could obviously make games with something like Godot, but this right here is actually really sick, boardgame.io. If you know anything about JavaScript, I've worked with it a little bit. Just made like a blackjack game that barely functioned, but but it's basically for making board games online. And you have to do all of the UI yourself, like all of the visuals and everything, but it does have like libraries for state management, so like turn-based games. It's pretty sick. Do not dev, I just draw and plug art into tabletop sim. Oh, okay, yeah. Watching your stuff has led me to dev, but can't focus on it. Yeah, it's hard, because for like 10 years I was kind of similar. I mean, I always did some development because I would do web development, but when it came to anything more complex, I just never really could focus on it. And it took game development with Godot to like help me really hyper focus into it. And streaming really helped me like stay with it. If it was just me trying to do it on my own without streaming, it would actually be, I don't think I would have stuck with it this long, really. Now I feel like I could stick with it even if I wasn't streaming, but I just enjoy streaming, so. But it can be kind of, I know the feeling of not being able to focus on it. Man, what do I want to do? What do I want to do in general? In life? No. I do kind of have to figure out what I want to do long term, because I keep doing this whole ditch a project. Every time I learn a ton. Like I've learned a ton even on this project. So it's not all wasted effort. But if I do want to have a finished product at some point, then I should kind of focus in on what I want to do, especially as my life gets a lot more busy. I got a bunch of big life changes coming. I'm moving to Finland in November, starting a business at around the same time. So there's like a whole bunch of stuff that's coming up, and I got to figure out where game development fits in and streaming. I know I want to keep doing it. That's not the question. It's just how much time am I going to have, and what should my end goal with it be, really. Godot is very interesting, very easy to grasp the basics, but it's cool. Yeah, I love Godot as a starting point and finishing point too. I want Godot to become like a huge engine as far as popularity, but could just spend 7 years on one project and realize you have nothing to show for it. Yeah. Snowminx, is this from personal experience? What business? So because I'm moving to Finland, I can't keep my current job. And so what I'm going to end up doing is starting a web and app development firm, basically. Pretty much, I'm going to focus purely into like, there's like niches that I want to hit industry-wise. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff for like construction companies because I have tons of contacts in that area, and so much construction software is just terrible. But basically a consultancy doing React with like simple Firebase backend stuff and just making small tools. I want to grow it, and I do have a lot of developers that I can contract out work to, so that helps. I don't have to just stay within the scope of what I can do, but pretty much it'll be React apps or React Native apps for the most part. All blue collar jobs use awful tools. Yeah, 100%. So like at my current job, we're switching to a new system, and the new system is like 20 years old. And the old system we were on is like, I don't even know how old, but it's pretty rough. But I have already some things in the works of contracts that I might be able to get. But yeah, I'm gonna probably focus into like, I don't know, the $10,000 to $20,000 project range, like that kind of scope and scale. So fairly small, and nothing too intensive, just basic tooling for like estimating tools, those types of things. Yeah, and just custom stuff, because yeah, construction software is really bad, or it's really expensive, or it's both. It's either bad, expensive, or both. Will Finland tax you on top of America? No. So Finland and America both have, or they have a tax agreement. So if you move there, you can just pay Finnish taxes, which is still going to be high taxes, but not as high as I expected. I think because it's a small business, you have a little bit more tax breaks. So yeah, that would be rough if I was double taxed, but I should be fine on that. I still have to file taxes with America. It's just I don't end up paying, as far as I can tell. But there's still some stuff that I need to do, like brushing up wise. I mean, I know how to do like just simple, like I said, like Firebase style database, CRUD app sort of deal. But I want to get a couple projects under my belt, because it's always so like spaced out. Whenever I do a project, it's always like the previous one was like 6 months before, and then I'm always remembering how to put these things together, and it works out. But I need to do a bunch of them to like get a system in my head that'll also just make it easier to see how long these things will cost, so then I can bid them properly. We've been using React so much at work recently. It's changed so much. Yeah, React I really do like. I haven't like done anything crazy with it. Let me see if I can pull up. So I'm working on like my own business website, which right now is really rough, like design wise, not great. Maybe I can just pull that up. Okay, this is a different project. Let me pull up the correct one. React stuff. I'm doing, yeah, this is extremely simple and very kind of early version, because I need to get some like design ideas going, because right now I don't really have any. Let's see here. Yarn run dev. Okay. Okay. I need to learn how to do design. This has nothing really reactive in it yet, because I don't have anything hardly. I need to figure out, I made these like little icons, but I need to get better at it. This is the name, which this is just a Finnish word. I'm using, Tailwind, which makes everything easier. I've thrown some random technologies here. I don't know if I'll actually put them out there through Godot in there, of course. The design is the part that I really need to work on. Projects thing here, this is just literally doesn't even fill up the page. But I want to have some projects finished and done here. This is a... oh, is this dark mode? It is. I need to think about that. This is like a little tiny cut list calculator. You can see how I'm focusing into construction-related things. So if you've got these board lengths, this actually isn't fully done. I need to work on it. Let's say you have 3 5-footers, not 13. Oh, I need to change that too. 3 5-footers and a 7-footer. Then you calculate the cut list. It says, okay, you need one 10-footer and one 12-footer, and you can get your cuts out of that. If I add like a third one in here, yeah, then it does that. And if I do two 3s, it does that, and it shows like how much of each board it's using. But I want to make, obviously this is tiny, but I want to make a couple like random tools and stuff, like estimator tools maybe, since I'm kind of focusing into construction related stuff. I have this, which really needs to be worked on and figured out. Firebase logo looks terrible. But yeah, I just need to put some time in. And this is just using React or Vite, React, and like Mantine for some components. But I don't actually use that much of the Mantine side of things. But I need to like... Oh, does it cut it off? No. Okay. Once again, I need to learn how to do design. Because this is just me like throwing things together. It's not really... And I could probably theme it a little bit towards construction, but I don't necessarily want to just be that. I just know that those are going to be my target clients, basically. What have I done that actually uses React a bit? I mean, this technically does. I have some, this is just to detect if it's scrolled, but this uses React, but it doesn't really use much of the, like, there's not really much, there's not even really any state in this. There's just, the router and then different components with some props and stuff. But I want to use, or I want to add some tools that actually use like fire auth. Like I might put together a little like estimator tool suite that you can use for free, but you sign up for it or something. I don't know. We'll see. I do like just doing, I just like making little React components. That is fun. It's enjoyable. I need to make sure this fan is plugged in so I don't become entirely sweaty in the next 3 minutes. I also wouldn't mind just getting a like a tech job, but I know that it's just impossible right now. Not impossible, but yeah. So what do I want to work on? That's the other thing, is I want to figure out what I want to do over the next year when it comes to my, or for the rest of the year when it comes to my stream, the stuff I'm making, all that. Project that manages accounts, allowing them to log in using the account details, or maybe generating a code to sign in with. That's the stuff that is always useful. Yeah, stuff like that. It would be nice to have it in my like projects or something, because then it also just shows that I can build those things, like, you know, almost as a portfolio project, you know. That's the thing, is I don't really have anything on my portfolio that isn't 15 years old. Not 15, but like 10 years old. Because back when I was actually doing development as a job, all of those sites that I made, even like the more complicated projects that look really good and everything, they've all updated their design because it was 10 years ago, you know? So I can't really show like projects that I've worked on because I haven't made anything professionally, really. I have done work professionally, but just like little bits of contracting on like maintenance type stuff. So it'd be cool to have some projects I can show off. I do want to embed like a Godot project into here. I should think about that because I want to embed a Godot project into my site that just maybe a 3D project. I don't know how well it works on web, but something to show that side of things as well. Oh, one thing I was wondering. I wanted to make like a little estimating tool that just like allows you to measure out like house plans, basic stuff, like if you're doing a drywall takeoff or something, which there's software that already exists for that, but it's paid software. And I wanted to make like a little free thing that just allows you to measure things really quick. And I wonder if I should do that in Godot and then put it on the site, or if I should just do it in JavaScript with like a canvas. Giant garlic bread. Cheers, brother. How you doing? Good to see you again. Okay, that was a small shot. Starting it out. What's this about drywall? Oh, just make a little estimating tool where you take plans and you can just measure out the interior walls and it tells you how much drywall you need. Because I'm trying to build out like the projects section of my website that I'm putting together. And right now all I have is this, which is oh my goodness, I don't like the black background. Let me go ahead and change that. Where was it? Projects? No, project page. We are going to do, wait. Does this already have? Oh, cut list. Let's just grab this right here. Oh, there it is. Copilot helping me out. Nope, that's bad. Is that the same as what yeah, okay. What if I just do BG white? Okay, still looks a little weird. What am I doing? Let's do like text black. Okay, that looks fine. And actually, then we can still do this. Nope. Oh, because I need to do text black again. That's kind of fine. It's not great, but we'll fix it. Great to see you, mate. Working on finals. Nice. Good luck, man. Have a nice night, G. I'll watch the VOD at work tomorrow morning. Sounds good. Hello, lunch. Good to see you, as always. Have a good one, man. Sleep well and have a good day at work. Peace. Okay. I got sidetracked instantaneously by this background color. But yeah, that, like, doing a little calculator. I wonder, let me go ahead and upload file. Might have to just upload file in Godot. In-game file dialog. Is it easier to do this in Godot, or is it easier to build this with like a canvas? It would definitely be easier to make the thing in Godot, but let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT.
What the hell is even...
Hey! New Jank with the massive raid. How you doing, man? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream, man? Good to see you again. New Jank raid indeed. Bear, what's up? Good to see you too. How was your stream, man? That's good to hear. Or good to see. Great to see you, as always, brother. And Likeable Leaf, how are you doing? I'm currently in the middle of deciding whether or not I should build a thing in web or in Godot. To build it in my React website or in Godot. Stream was really good. Started working on a little garden sim today. There we go. Share a quick screenie in your Discord. Sounds good. I'm kind of with this project, I'm trying to decide whether or not... Here, let me get these shapes out of here. These collision shapes. I'm trying to decide if I want to turn this into a survival game or not. Because it has everything you need for a unique survival game. The little walking mountain dudes are exactly what we want for a unique survival experience. Slick6, thanks, Likeable. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is a project I was working on before I went on my trip, and I just got back. Basically, it's a little... It was going to be a little puzzle game, but I'm wondering if I should change it up and make it a kind of forest survival game instead. Oh, there's one of them guys out there. We'll see if we can go run into him. Oh, it's getting dark. BRB, okay. Oh, I love the look of this sky. This sky plugin is just the best. It's so nice. Oh, there he is. Walking out in the open plain. Sky 3D is so sick. Yeah. It's been a bit buggy for me, but I'm a few updates behind now. Oh, okay. Yeah, for me, I haven't changed really anything with it. So I haven't tried to really do much besides just have it look pretty and the days go by fast. And I'm tempted to just turn this into a survival game and also add the little grass guys from my other game, the Grass Bros. Grass Bros, yeah, my favorite. Hey there, this looks great. Thanks, Forgetful Programmer. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is one that I should put more work into. It's my most recent, besides this little inventory add-on that I was working on. But this is I really love the idea of these walking mountain things. They were kind of hard to do. But I did eventually get them working. It's kind of weird because I couldn't just have my regular character controller work with them. You have to have, or the way that I figured out how to do it was to just have a separate character controller take over when you land on the mountain. And that character controller is like a child of the walking mountain. So then it, which works pretty well, except for when they shake and stuff, because when you jump, if they shake, then you shake in the air and then come down. So there's a little bit of weirdness with it. I really like the art style with this one, and I need to figure out really what I want to do with it. Every time I go into this house, I remember that it looks not great in here, but it just has so much good vibes to it that I really want to build it out and do something more with it, but we'll see. The other thing is that I have 14 other projects that I want to do, so classic. Which one can I procrastinate on the most? I'm gonna lurk for a bit and grab some grub. Sounds good, man. Once again, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah. What do I want to do with this? Once you go up, then you see the, these are just Blender meshes that I just dragged in and duplicated. I know the feeling. I have my main project, my next project, and the two projects I want to work on. Yep. And then there's the, yeah, there's always, for me, there's always the project that I want to, that I really just want to already be done, but there's a lot of work to do on it. And so then it's like, but I could be having fun prototyping on something new. The other thing is what I was about to do. Prototyping is my favorite part of game. Same here, 100%. Just getting something working. But then the moment I need it to work right, then it's a whew. When I get burnt out, I just prototype something new. Yeah. My problem is I never go back to the project that I was burnt out on. I always end up just being like, I'll get to it eventually. So I was wondering, here I asked ChatGPT to help me. Uploading files, okay. File dialog. Oh, okay, so you can just do that. Then I would need to convert it to a image. Can't display it, but I could convert it to an image. Huh. Because I want to make a tool that I'm going to put on my website as part of like a project. Because I have like this basic website that I'm trying to build out for my business that I'm starting. And I need to figure out little projects to have to kind of display. Put pressure on myself, bought a Steam page and set a date. True, that would be good. Website stack, all I'm doing is just React with like some Mantine components. That's it at this point. I am going to try to build it out a little more and maybe add like I kind of want to build this like an estimator suite, because what I do for work right now is in construction. I'm an estimator. And so I kind of want to build like an estimator tool suite or something that you then like log into and use like FireAuth and Firestore to like save whatever progress you have on different tools. And so one of the tools I want to make is more estimating tools. But right now it's just Vite and React. But React seems cool, but I hate it. Yeah, prefer backend. See, I know just enough to get me in trouble when it comes to backend. Front end, I actually love. Like back when I did it as a job full time, my favorite part was just HTML and CSS. You give me that, and I was just having a blast. And I would do some jQuery back in the day, but now I've been kind of catching myself back up to speed on just like React. I've done like a little bit of Next, but yeah. But just Firestore for database is what I've used recently. Not on this specifically. I've just done it on some test projects because I have some software that I want to build that I might, some like software products. But we'll see. I'm starting the business in like November or something because I'm moving to Finland and I'm starting a business there. So I've got to get my like business website set up and have some like portfolio style projects, but I don't really need much. I just want to have some there. But we're using Laravel plus Filament in Livewire. I've never actually, well, I think I tried to use Laravel once. This was months ago, just to like get it spun up, and I did, and then I didn't do anything with it because I've never done it. Laravel is like PHP, right? So Filament and Livewire, I've never used either of those. It's all backend that builds the front end. Interesting. Finland, yep. My fiance lives in Finland, and I'm moving there in November. It'll be pretty fun. It's this project more contractor side, working on the architecture side. I feel like some of the programs like Revit would output how much drywall you need, but using Revit for home reno is def overkill. Yeah, so I want to do something that's ultra bare bones for people who don't want to pay for things, like just a free tool thing. Because like there's like Plan Swift, right? And I kind of want to do a similar idea where you just, all it is you can just measure out what's on your plans. Let me see
Which
here.
is the best? You don't even need anything fancy. Like.
Okay, this guy's
one of my big-
reviewing Plan Swift, but why is it so slow
I did this,
sometimes?
but I know that old
Like
school people
this,
used to
you
do this.
can
You would get the
scale
plans, you would take
things
them,
and
you
then
would print
draw.
them, you would take them to your office
you know.
and you would use a highlighter and you would use your architectural scale and you would measure everything.
Basically that, but similar to this, but just not nearly as much. But just for people who are doing, could be for like home renovation or contractors who just don't want to pay for something or whatever. Yeah. Bears lurking while I work for a bit. Sounds good, man. But yeah, you get your plans, you set a scale, and you just draw lines. Whether or not people would use it, I just kind of want to build it, you know. Good call, dude. Best of luck. Excited to see how it goes. Yeah, it'd be fun to do. I still haven't figured out how I want to do it. Like I am thinking about doing it with Godot and then just putting it on the website, which would be cool. This doesn't seem that crazy. I wonder if I should just start a little project. Let's create. Okay, cool. Right. This would be okay. Let me just mess around and see. Okay, if we do this, save it. Okay. Then we go, do we want to control? Full rect. Does that not? Do I need to have another control? I don't know enough about the UI side on Godot. Interesting. Okay, we'll just do that for now. Let's find like a here. Generate a fake house plan. Let's see if we can get this to do what do something. Because if we can then upload this into it, actually, I don't even need to get the uploading side working yet. I can just have this in there, and then we can mess around with it. Hey, look at this. Got a little structural plan. Well, not really structural. Okay, sweet. This is perfect. We've got a garage with a closet. I guess this could be like a furnace room or something. And then we got a door that goes into another garage. I do love, I mean, that actually could make sense. It would be like a a deep garage, but you just have a dividing wall. Of course, we do have a master bedroom with 2 bathrooms, and one of the bathrooms has a shelving in it. This kitchen layout is definitely interesting. Kitchen in the middle is wild. And cutting off if either of these people want to go to the bathroom, they got to go through the master bedroom. You got to go through the kitchen, through the dining room. I'm glad to know my job is safe for a bit longer. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Can I not, let's do 516 by, oh, never mind. Okay. We can scale it, 0.5. Okay. We're going to add some buttons to this. This will be a start, measure, scale. Then we'll need something that sets an input. So text edit. This is all going to be very rudimentary. Set scale. Okay, we'll do that. 35. Okay. I need to get better at this UI stuff. Okay, what happens when I just press play? Okay, it's there. We have a text input. 2. Oh, and you can enter down. Well, that's fine. Let's do another one. Let's go X scale. This will be just Y scale. And we'll add some labels, I suppose. Yeah, this is going to look terrible, but that's fine. And then we need one more label that just says lineal footage. Okay. Trying to think of the best way to do this. So you would click somewhere and be like, go to there. Mouse position. Get local mouse position. Let's do a left click here. Oh, this always gets me. I always do it incorrectly. Let's do a right click. And let's do enter. Nope, that was space. We'll do enter and space are both the same. Okay. 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 And then we can print the mouse position here. I just want to see what happens. Click. Okay. So it's not doing anything unless I click on the image. That's kind of interesting. Okay. It is getting that. Could do just get global. Then we could do something like var points. You can do that, right? Yeah. New Jank, you're back. Okay. Isn't there some sort of like a draw? I don't know what draw actually does. Called when canvas item has been requested to after queue redraw. Because I basically would want to draw a line in between the different points. So let's go. Okay, we'll just do this for now. And then try to draw a line. I could even do this in process, even though I assume that is not the correct way to do it. Well, I know it's not. Let's look at a line, draw a line. What is it? Line 2D. Let's get our music going again. We're making estimating software here. Extremely riveting. Okay, this node draws a 2D polyline. Okay. Oh, we can just add points. So I might be able to just do something like is empty, then line equals line 2D dot new. Add child Oh, wait. No. Or should we just have a line there already? I think we need a line there already. Yeah, let's do that. Line 2D. This is just to get it working because we will need to do it differently as you add more and more lines, but might not even need the whole points thing. Oh, got another posture check and a hydrate. Okay. It's not really doing anything. Let's do a line dot get point count. Oops. Print the point count. Okay, so it's there. So now we just need to actually like draw to it. I probably just need to do some stuff with this. When you click outside, it doesn't do it. Okay. So why does it not just instantly draw? I'm adding points to a line 2D in Godot, but it is not showing up on screen. Why? Honestly, this is kind of the best way to use ChatGPT. Oh, make sure you're actually adding points. Okay, add point. Yep, we got that. Line width equals 2. Visible. There we go. Okay, so it just needed to be top level. Perfect. Okay. So now what I would want is to be able to get the scale, set the scale. Okay. Now we're cooking. Let's plan this out. Measuring equals false. We've got scaling x equals false, or scaling y equals false. X scale equals 0, or y scale equals 0. Okay, what else do we need? Let me think here. Value, y scale value. Okay. Your brother was arguing with the Terrain 3D dev for a second in Discord, but it ended up just being a misunderstanding. Sounds about right. Yeah, he's been using Terrain 3D a bunch. So it kind of makes sense. I should probably be in that Discord. His game looks crazy. Yeah. I should pull up what I wonder if he's shown anything recently on his YouTube channel. Jammin' Games, I think. Or did he just switch it over to his main channel? It's not Jamin's Code Quests. This is Jamin's Code Quests channel. Like,
hey, I'm back with another Jamin's Code Quest, and today.
oh, actually, I need to watch this because I need to build the Mac app with React Native pretty soon.
Now, if you go to
Showed off in the Discord a while back. Nice, yeah.
For example, 0.78 is already out, but they talk about.
Why is this lagging so much? Okay, I don't think it's not on his main channel. Where is his? Let me find it. If you're not a part of Jamin's Discord, there's the Jammin' Games Discord. Devlogs and videos. Okay, he has this.
All right, it's been a long time since I.
Oh, by the way, New Jank just threw in that. Ooh, that's sick, dude. Can I? Yeah, New Jank just showed off his little prototype here, which you can raise, lower, and flatten terrain. You can also set up quick day and night cycle. New Jank is a machine. So you can edit all of this terrain. Dang. And then Bear also built an SDK project to let users create custom maps and test them in-game. Supports Valve VMF compiled BSPs and comes with a bunch of ramp prefabs to place yourself. By the way, for anyone who is interested, the Discord, I can link it here. If you want to join the Discord, share your projects, get help with stuff, just interact. I'm trying to make sure I'm more active in the Discord as I start to stream more because I'm no longer in Finland. But yeah, you're always welcome to join, ask questions, show stuff off, all that. But this looks cool, Bear. Custom maps. Man. Can I open this? Open link. Nope. It doesn't allow me. But go check that out in the Discord as well. Now, before I distracted myself thoroughly, this is from a month ago, and it is, Jamin's game has progressed a ton since then, but like, pretty dang sick.
Well, right now it's like a quad 30 because all I have is a 30mm and I didn't feel like making a 20mm.
He's got his, basically an Apache helicopter,
Sure why.
like, flight sim sort of deal, but a little more arcadey. It's not like a DCS style.
Because I have Hellfire, Hydra 70 rockets.
Got the AI in? Yeah, the AI has come a long ways.
I'm going to go night vision. It's starting to get a little dark here. It's not picking up. It must be behind that hill there. Yeah, we'll sneak up on him. Oh, there's two of them. Oh yeah, they're in firing range. Let's take them out. Oh, there's three. Oh.
It's actually so much fun flying around in this too. But this is all Godot. Pretty sick. Now, what was I doing? Oh, I gotta think of how I want to do this. Do you like click, set scale X or something? Let's do this. If X maybe we do this. This all sounds very terrible right now, but that's fine. I'm literally just going to hack this together. X points. This is rough. Wait. Length or size. Then we append the mouse position. We do the same for then we could do if x points is equal to or greater than or equal to 2. I'm just doing that because this is rough. Scaling x equals false. Then we can do the same thing here. Whoops. Y points dot size. Same with x points. Okay. Now, in our control, what we're going to do is we're just going to say we're going to delete these and we're going to do 2 more buttons. Set X, set Y. Okay. Okay. Scaling X equals true. Scaling Y equals true. Okay. So basically you can set the fact that you are scaling, and then if you are scaling X, then we can add those 2 points. We also need to do, so X points, we're doing X points dot append, but we can also draw a line. And let's make sure these are top level. Wait, did I just put that on those? Yeah, I don't need that. I need my lines to be top level. Okay. Let's make them both 3 pixels wide. And let's see what happens. Okay. Set Y scale. Oh, we're still drawing lines. Just going to make this very explicit. Okay. Y points and X points. Oh, it's because we're still drawing here somewhere, right? I think. Let's try this. Okay, nothing. Set X scale. Okay, nothing. Set Y scale. Nothing. Okay. Is it just because it needs to be up there or something? Top level. Top level. Print the X points dot size. Okay, it's 0, but then it instantly said no and turned it off. Oh, this is less than or equal to. I am dumb. There we go. Set Y scale. Of course, I did that backwards. Perfect. Okay, look at that. Scale value. Then we need so we have a scale value. We're just going to call this a float. Y distance. This is going to be a float. Okay. We set scaling to false. Then we get the input, so we need to call this input. Okay. Equals X. Or wait, let's do no, X distance equals X points 0 dot distance to X points 1. Okay. And let's add just a label. This is just to test it. Distance for X. Dot text equals X distance. Okay, let's try this. 448. Perfect. So now to do the let's duplicate this. Let's just do distance for Y. It's actually coming together a lot faster than I expected. So now the scale value, we need to think about this. So let's have ChatGPT do some reasoning for me. Have it where you measure 2 points on the X and Y axis, and then it gets the distance between those points to set the scale for the images. Let's say you type 20 for 20 feet of length, and then measure 2 points on the image. How do I then convert all pixel lengths to that scale of feet? Let's see what it does. Pixels per foot. Okay. Now I could just do it on one axis, but usually this way it's just more accurate, I guess. I don't know. distance for x divided by int. Do I do int? It's a text edit. What does text edit have? I got to leave. It was so nice to see you stream again. Hope it continues. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can continue too. We'll get this hydrate in and the posture check. I am hoping I can continue pretty regularly. It's going to be a busy year because I am moving in November, and starting the business and doing all that. So, but hopefully I can be as consistent as possible because I want to be doing a ton of learning, even on little projects like this. But yeah, thank you for being here, Snowmakes. As always, good to see you again. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Okay, why? I'm getting the length in feet from a text edit input. How do I convert that to a float? String dot to float. Okay. Dot text dot to float. Label and float and to float. Distance for x. Oh, I'm doing distance for x. What am I doing? It's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be x distance. Nope, not that. X distance. Okay, now I don't need to do this, but I'll just call it text. Okay. Pixels per feet. So now we have that. And we can do, instead of this, we can test it by doing y pixels per feet. Okay, let's see why that's going all wonky. Oh, distance for Y needs to be moved. And then we will also need to clear inf. What is inf? Infinite? Oh, is it because it's... We haven't actually put anything in that. So let's do like 5 and 5. $89. Okay. Why is it giving me 0 there? $440. I gotta set the scale first. So it's trying to do 440. It should be 440 divided by 5. Oh, it's doing Y pixels per feet. Oh my goodness. Okay. These are the things that I am dumb on. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't even allow... We'll do this for now. This is all extremely hacky. Okay. There we go. 44 pixels per feet now. We have a set scale button, which isn't really needed. We could do resize. Same thing here. Y points dot resize 0. And then we could do X scale line. Okay, let's try this. Y points should be Why is that not actually removing it? That's annoying. What if I could just do this? Okay, it is empty, so it must not be these. Do I need to like do 1 and 2? Or can I remove all points? Clear points, okay. I think that's it, probably. Hey, new jank. Stop. Oh, I have caps lock on. Okay, let's try this again. Nice. Okay. We might not even need the Y scale side of things. Is action pressed? Enter. We'll do measuring equals false. Then we will go to here. Let's see, we have start measurement. Okay. Now we could do this. We need, for actually measuring, we could do a new scene that is a line 2D scene. Well, it already has points. Need a new line. Let's see here. How do I do this? It's basically I want to be able to click, 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 press enter or space or something, and it stops. And then that sits there and it adds to the lineal footage. Can I like get the length of it? Ah, man. For some reason, my brain just can't really handle thinking about this right now. all it is I just need to add lines. A new line for every measurement. Then we need to get the lengths. If one does not equal null, oh, it's points I dot global position US2 Nope, that doesn't work. In base vector 2. Vector 2 and int, an operator. Oh, so it's this. Oh. Am I doing get? I need to be doing get point. Wait. How do I get a specific point then? Points is packed vector 2 array. Okay. Which is that the same as an array of vector 2s? Okay, I'm going to copy this. This is all bad. This is bad code. Fix it. I don't understand lines very well. Or values, not indices. Ah, okay, okay. I in range points dot size. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. That's why. Needed to do the size thing. Okay. This could be a fun little project. Okay, it is now part of that. And then here, how do I get a specific group? Okay, I have to do get tree. Total length. Okay. Okay, so we have something like this. Now it needs to be get length. LF equals total length divided by X pixels per feet. Okay, nice. Now, if measuring is equal to true, then we need to create a new line, right? So we need to do, grab this. Whoops. Okay, we got an ad starting in 3 minutes. Measuring and are just started measuring equals false. We'll just set that to false there again. Oh, but if we instantiate it here, then we're outside of that function if we're not. I guess we could do a current line. Hey, Mika, what's up? What am I doing? I'm making like a just bare bones prototyping out a little estimating tool. So it is going to be crappy. It is already crappy. But I just started it like 45 minutes ago. So current line instance, probably, well, this will be the current line that you are working on. We can also set current line back when you do current line, when you press enter, equals null again. Okay, let's see if something breaks right off the bat. Okay, broken. Oh, because of that. Is equal to true, and just started measuring is equal to false. Okay. Okay, nothing's happening, which is kind of fine. Okay, so now I do this, set X scale. Boom. We're going to set the Y scale. Now if I start measurement, okay. I think it's adding stuff, but it's this needs to be top level. So what happens when I start measurement and start drawing? Okay. Nothing's showing up. Oh, we haven't added it as a child. Okay, now it breaks because there's nothing there. Line.getLength. Yeah, there's nothing there. Wait, let me see where this broke again. So it breaks there, line.getLength, because there's no... Maybe like that? Oh, now it broke. Because there's no length on that yet. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting... I've never done anything like this before with Godot. Let me set the scale first and see what happens. Okay, it still breaks. Float. Nil and... Total length, lineal footage. Does that work? Okay, that broke on the first one. So it's not returning on line.points. Which it should be. Oh, wait. Let's try this. So it has 1 point there. And it has 2. Okay. Is it just because I didn't declare that? It is. My goodness. Oh, this is still being held there. So we can't do, let's do a new button. Because every time I press space, it just presses that again. Okay. Okay, let's do this. So 10 by 10. Set the X scale. Blip. Set the Y scale. Blip. So if I measure across, it should say 10. Of course, now it's not doing it. Oh, it's... Okay, let's do this again. We'll do 10, 10. Okay, it's saying lineal footage 442, which it should not. It should be saying 10. Oh, that's because it's doing total length. Nice. 10 feet. Oh, now we're at 19. Do stop measurement. Now I click. Nothing's happening. Start again. Okay. Nice. It technically works. Although this is now saying, what, 4? Why is it doing that? Get tree, get nodes and group line. Ah, we're doing... Maybe we have to just put it outside like that. We actually only need to set the X scale, technically. Okay. This is janky and bad. But it works. Click button after second click, you redraw. Make it like you click button and after a second click, you redraw. I'm not sure I know what you mean. Yeah, so basically like, and I'm going to make this way better because these buttons obviously are terrible. But like, I also want it to actually draw the line from one to the next while you're before you click, but I'll fix that. But basically, you're going to be able to like go around here. So if this is a 10 by 10 house, set your scale and you're like, okay, this is 10 feet here. Obviously, that's not true, but it's more like 40 or something. Okay, so boom. Then you start your measurement and you're like, I need to measure all of the interior walls. So I go there to there to there, stop measurement, start measurement, blip, blip, blip. Once again, these buttons are bad, so it would actually be something more like, you know, you press the space bar or something. Start measurement here to here. And you go around and you do that all over. And you're like, okay. Now I've got all of my interior walls measured. Yeah, this button thing will need to be changed quick because it's so annoying. Then you'd be like, okay, I've got 43 feet, lineal feet of interior wall. And then you might have some calculation that's like, okay, well, you're doing drywall 9-foot walls or something. 9-foot ceilings. So 43 lineal footage of interior wall at 9-foot ceilings. It might do 43 times 9. And then you're like, that's your square footage for your drywall, you know, just basic, simple stuff. But I just need to make the UI side of it a lot easier. And then you could save these measurements somehow. But I do need to bounce. Unfortunately. But I do like that I was actually, I mean, this is literally like maybe an hour and a half of work or something. It actually kind of works. But yeah, I do have to bounce out though, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to stream again tomorrow. Let me find someone to send you all over to, someone who's actually making games. Because right now I'm just working on a software project, I guess. I'm going to send you over to Jitspo because it's been a while. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching. New Jank, thank you for the raid. Mika, thank you for being here. Snow Minx, as always, good to see you. New Jank, Garlic Bread, Bear. Who else was here? Forgetful Programmer, Likeable Leaf. I think I already said Garlic Bread, but Hello Lunch. All of you, appreciate you all, and everyone else who was lurking in the chat. It was fun. Once again, I need to get back to actually doing this more often. Get back into the swing of things. But yeah, I will see you all later. Peace out. Have a good one. And I'll see you next time. Bye. And for those of you in the